Hi everyone, welcome to the STG Mini Projects Award Ceremony. Uh, we're happy to inform that our participants and mentors were successful in completing some great mini projects. So let's celebrate the good work. Passing over to Caroline to present you on the experience of Icare with the mini projects program.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry about that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's such a wonderful pleasure to have everyone join us today on this special day as we celebrate the completion of the many projects which were launched during the week of the Global Week of Action. Today, we celebrate everyone who made this program a success and recognize the efforts of those who made this day a success. So my name is Caroline Nyarangi from Kenya. I'm the president of Icare Sustainably International. I'm going to take you through a few things. First of all, I will take you through what Icare is, and then talk about the Global Week of Action. What is the many projects program, and the Icare's experience with the program together with the outcomes. Icare Sustainably International amplifies potential. We grow the good initiatives, and we also find the important ideas. Our mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to society for sustainable development. Our vision is to have a sustainable and an equitable development for every individual from disadvantaged conditions in the society in order to mitigate any differences in gender, race, social, and economic, connecting academia with cooperation, tasked with social corporate responsibility towards an improvement of the environment and social capital. Our work area includes education, environment, and technology. I would like to introduce you to the Global Week of Action. Every year, during the week of the UN's General Assembly, stakeholders from all sectors mobilize actions that are meant to remind their leaders that people from around the world are doing their part to accelerate progress on the SDGs. This year, the Week of Action started on September 17th to 28th, that is 2021. So Icare Sustainably International first started practicing on this global movement in 2019, which resulted in the birth of the SDGs for Schools project, and which was our first physical project that became so successful and led us to connect with the world's largest lesson from the UK, who made us field testers of their lesson materials on their project called the Explorers for the Global Goals. We tested them in the Kenyan schools. In 2020, we did a documentary and an article on the effects of the pandemic on different sectors globally, and mostly focusing on education. This year, through one of our volunteers, we were able to design a project called the Mini Projects Program. And through Amani, who fronted the project, and the directorship of Rian, and also the collaboration of GFRSD under the leadership of Jayanta, and some help from some of my friends from Philanthropy University and Cameroon, who worked tirelessly to offer mentorship to the mentees, we are now able to talk of a successful project. Now, what is the Mini Projects Program? The Mini Projects Program aimed at mobilizing global action towards achieving the SDGs by mobilizing individuals and micro-organizations from around the world to start mini projects that were mentored by mentors from all over the world. So this platform creates a community of peer-to-peer learning of in-practice and aspiring social impact leaders through sharing of best practices and hands-on mentorship programs. The program encourages small actions which are geared towards achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. At the onset of the program, we organized a webinar which was meant to help the participant understand the scope of the project. We had 74 participants from different parts of the world who are interested in the program. And we were able to enroll about 40 people for the webinar, and 25 of them waited till the end of the webinar. After that, we had 22 participants who registered for the mini projects, and 10 of them completed by submitting the reports of the project they worked on. We also engaged about 13 mentors from different countries who worked with the participants in designing and planning their projects, strategizing on fundraising aspects, and execution of the project, as well as writing the project's reports. They also looked at budgeting, which was part of the program. And all that we have compiled into an ebook that Rian is going to talk about in a few minutes. Now, what is the project scope and the outcomes of the project? We were able to engage more than 70 participants from different countries. These countries are Bangladesh, Nigeria, India, Cameroon, Zimbabwe, Netherlands. We had 2 projects from the Netherlands. We had also 2 projects from Sri Lanka and Mexico. The projects covered SDGs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, and 13. So you can see that was a very big scope of coverage from the project. We also were able to launch, this project were launched in about 8 countries, as I mentioned earlier. And we were also able to mobilize 13 mentors from 9 countries. And the countries represented by our mentors are Nepal, India, Peru, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, and Nigeria. Through the program, we also created a community of social impact leaders from a vast range of countries. We were also able to equip the participants with a wide range of knowledge, which will help them in their social impact journey. And the knowledge, some of the knowledge that they acquired was project design and planning, fundraising strategies, and budgeting. We also equip them with resource mobilization and projects reports writing. So you can see that the participants were really able to learn a lot of things from the program. Now, what was our experience as Icare with the program? We had an amazing experience tapping into the global innovative minds. We were able to create a pool of resourceful mentors from around the world whom we are hoping to work with in our coming projects, as we will discuss with them. We were also able to have an amazing networking experience, especially being able to network from people from all over the world. So it was an awesome program for us. The other experience we had is a first-hand experience on the benefits of global collaborations. So through this program, we were able to gauge and see how it is very possible for us to be able to collaborate globally and be able to get work done more easily and more quickly. And that shows that together we can get, or rather reach the SDGs as by working together. Now, what is next for everyone? I know this is a question that everyone is asking after the program. It was a very successful 3 weeks program, and we had a marathon event that so a lot of people put in a lot of effort into the program. Now, we as Icare Sustainably International, we plan to solidify the global collaboration and cooperation, and also create expansion strategies, which are going to also help us look into a way of maybe brainstorming and making the program much bigger and more impactful. We will also create a plan on how to mobilize resources to be able to work on the program and launch it like we in a big way. So in conclusion, this was a very successful project. And as the president of Icare Sustainably International, I would like to take this chance to thank everyone who was able to make it a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. It was nice to share our experience as an IKEA, what experience we had with the mini projects. So now I invite GFSRD to share their experience with the mini projects program.
The GFSRD is the Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, and we've partnered with them to make this project a reality. They are experienced in networking policymakers and professionals in the field of rural development. And because of their help, we were able to engage more mentors into this project. And we were hoping they would be able to share their experience, but I see they're not here. So maybe we can continue with the next part, which I think is presenting the ebook, right, Damani?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's presenting of the ebook.
I will share my screen again because I would like to show you a little bit. You'll also be getting the email, the ebook through your email afterwards, or you can see it on our website. But I also wanted to give you a short look of how it looks. The name of the project is Small Actions Towards a Big Change, because the thing that we really wanted to make clear in this project is that really everybody's contribution is valuable if we want to have a sustainable future. And if we all do a little bit, a big chance will happen. And to also show that to policymakers and other people, we wanted to compile all the effort done during this Global Week of Action in an ebook, so people see how many different projects there are. So you see here the cover. So if many contribute a little, a big change will happen. And you see that all 10 projects in total have handed in a project report, and it's displayed in this book, as you can see here. Also, there's an introduction from Icare about the Global Week of Action. And here you can also find an introduction on the GFSRD if you want to know more about them. And an overview of the participants and mentors, because all of you did an amazing job. So we thought it good to display that. Here the Bangladesh team with Noor and Takdir. The Nigerian team with Nora and Wisdom. The team from Mexico with the mentor Orfa and Dulce. We have the team from Zimbabwe with Alim from Sierra Leone as mentor. With a lot of participants from the YMCA from Zimbabwe, zoals Fakai, Sahele, Tulani, and Francis Lambani. Then there's the team for Sri Lanka with Amani. Team from the Netherlands with Hugo and Peter Dollar, which is actually my father. So it was very nice to see he would participate too. And that is my nephew. You have the team from India with Sveta and Pavan. You have the team from Sri Lanka, again from Amani and Husna. And you have the team from the Netherlands, which was me. I also did a project. And lastly, we had a successful project from Cameroon, which was mentored by Ioma and executed by Achuo. So, and here you can read the project reports from all the other participants. For example, Bangladesh did a project about street children, where they analyzed what street children need to get back into society and to build a sustainable life. They focused really on researching what's possible now, because that was possible during Corona. And they're planning to make it a bigger project whenever is possible. You have the project from Nigeria with the Green Air Initiative that focused on awareness and making the towns safe to live with green air and breathable. And what I liked about this project is that he really focused on awareness creating, with creating a website and engaging students and volunteers and things like that. And they also did a cleanup on university. So sometimes it's good to have a combination of online work and offline work. Another project you see here is the community tourism from Dulce in Mexico. She offers boat rides to tourists, and she wants to make it in such a way that tourism can help people to have a livelihood. And you can see some amazing pictures of the location where she is situated. And if you look at it, you can understand that it would be an amazing place for a holiday. And her plan was to make a film on the river to create more interest for the tourists to come there. You have the project from Zimbabwe, the Y Justus prototype. This is where they train youth on entrepreneurship and how they can create a livelihood for themselves. This they did with chickens, broiler chickens, but they also did it through teaching people entrepreneurship and giving small loans, which they had to pay back with the money they made. Like chickens and clothes was the main things they did. But it's interesting that with a little bit of funding, you can help a lot of people. That's the main message I took from this project. And that it's good to empower people to do their own thing. Project 5, again, I really like this one because it was very different again. It's the BSc notes. This is based on quality education for everyone. And Amani realized that it can be difficult and costly to access the right kind of study materials for certain qualifications because it's either not available or too expensive. So she decided to make her notes available for everyone. And I think in total she typed like 150 pages, maybe 200 pages of notes and made it available for everyone. And that's an amazing effort to do. The 6th project is from the Netherlands. It's from my father and my nephew. They realized that there's lots of littering going on in the Netherlands, but in many countries you see it will happen. And they usually pick it up with a garbage picker whenever they get the opportunity. And the nice thing about this project is because young and old can work together to do something good for the environment. So the older generation can teach the younger generation what is necessary for a sustainable future. Here you see my nephew picking some garbage from a ditch. And this project also shows how small the action can be to still have a big impact. because everybody can do some cleanup in their free time. It doesn't have to take a lot of effort or a lot of planning to do something good. Project 7 was from India, which is called Youth Empowerment in terms of online career development, from Sweta and Pavan. And there, the good thing about that project is that they focus on the part of education doesn't always focus on, because sometimes you only learn skills such as accounting and stuff like that, but you don't learn the skills you need to get to a job, such as how do you present yourself, how do you write a cover letter and things like that. And they do video training where they teach students how to do that and how to develop themselves to become more interesting in the job market and how to believe in yourself. And the 8th project was Cloth for Climate by Husna. And this is focused on the impact of the textile and fast fashion on sustainability, because it creates a lot of waste and it has a huge environmental impact the way we consume clothes now. So her organization Cloth for Climate wants to change people's minds on how much clothes they buy and how they want to make it more sustainable. This she did through a webinar. And this was a really interesting project because usually we don't focus a lot on clothing in sustainability, although it has a huge impact, something which became clear during the webinar. And the 9th project is from the Netherlands. That is my own project. It's called Kick-Ass Quilts. And I'm also focused on fast fashion and the clothing industry. I focus on teaching people how to quilt, which are blankets made from many different pieces of fabrics, and how those quilts can be made from old clothes. So in a way, you're turning things that are discarded and that should have been waste into something valuable again. That's why the slogan is, society's trash will be our treasure. And in that way, it can also lead to sustainability. Because the 12th Sustainable Development Goal is responsible consumption. And through making quilts out of old clothes, you also create awareness on the value of materials. And the last project was from Cameroon, Preventing and Mitigating Gender-Based Violence in the Humanitarian Context. And this focuses on awareness and research in how you can prevent gender-based violence. And what I really liked about this project is that it's very much focused on a topic we haven't seen before in the mini project, like gender-based violence. And also it's based on solid research. So it really can help people in Cameroon to prevent gender-based violence. And if that is solved, maybe that also makes sustainability possibly. Because to have a sustainable world, everybody needs to be able to contribute. So that were the 10 mini projects. And after that, we have a conclusion from Caroline. And we hope we can execute this project more often in the future. So this is a small sneak peek of the ebook, and you can find it in our website, and you will also get an email. That was it, Amani.
Thank you, Rianne. So I hope you will go and read everyone our ebook and share it with your friends, family, and make others interested in such small acts that can make a huge difference. So now we go for the appreciations. Sweta will award the certificates of completion to all the participants of the program. Sweta?
Yes, thanks, Amani. It feels so great to have this golden opportunity to meet many great minds over here. And yeah, we all knew that it's not a single person who gonna get the change, but every action gonna matter a lot. And I'm super happy to meet all the Super 13 souls here who have been a great part and who have got great actions to take for the great future. And yeah, here we Icare and along with GFSRD feels great to announce all the everyone who have taken part in this. And in our first project, Journey from the Street, we would like to appreciate Mr. Takbir and Mr. Noor and Shaikh for being great contribution into our projects. And our next project, Green Air Initiative, we would like to congratulate Mr. Wisdom Obiyaha for giving great contribution. And our third project, community tourism, we would like to appreciate Dels Maria Chancres for adding great value for the program. And our fourth project, Why Justice Prototype, we would like to thank Makai Matatu and Masai Sihal Francis for getting great addition for the programming. And our fifth project, BCS Notes, we'd like to thank Amani Janadasa for getting great value addition for the program. And we would like to thank Mr. Peter Dollar and Hugh Sprenger. A super heartfelt thanks for these two also for adding great addition for the project. And our next program, Youth Empowerment in terms of online career development program, we'd like to thank Gali Shweta Chaudhary and Pan Kumar for bringing on great addition for the program. And our next program, Clothes for Climate, we'd like to thank Sheikh Hussain for getting great addition for the program. And the next project, Cash Quilts, I'd like to thank Rihanna Dollar for getting great addition for the program.
Thank you, Sweta. So now for the certificates of appreciation. We make this moment to honor the assistance of mentors in making the many projects a success. So, our greatest appreciation to Shaikh Ahmed, Nora Asongu, Orfa Pons, Sheku Kaure, Amani Chinatasa, Tapas Chakraborty, Swati Sambatsar, Riane Dollar, Debbie Williams, Campbell, Ihuoma Chinesheram, Ibanga Delphine, and Kit Kerritz. Thank you very much for your great mentorship. Our participants couldn't have done their projects without your great support. We really value your contribution, your knowledge, and your time put into this program to make it a success. Now I invite Riani Dollar to present the certificates for the organizers.
Yes, thank you, Amani. And a quick note, you will get the certificate with your name through the email. Everybody we've just mentioned here. Okay, can you give me the next slide? Because without the organizing team, we wouldn't be able to do it, of course. Because first I want to thank Caroline Niarangi for the support and the advice she gave during this project. I'm also part of the organizing team, but it feels strange to thank yourself, so I'm also part of it. Then I want to thank Jantu Shutruri. He was the founder of the GFSRD, and he has been invaluable to promote the project among his people and with providing mentors. Then I want to thank Noor Ahmed for organizing the introduction webinar with us and promoting it amongst his peers. Then I want to thank Amani Yanadasi for doing a lot of the presentation design. She thought of the project and she did a lot of the planning and organizing with us. And then I want to thank Sweti Gali as well for promoting the project among her peers and also helping us with the award ceremony now. Without all these people, it wouldn't have been possible. So, and the last person we want to thank is actually an organization, which is the GCI Dhaka Cosmopolitan. And I want to give the floor to Caroline for that.
Oh, I'm muted again.
No, you're okay now.
It's called technology. Don't worry about it. We're still getting the ropes of technology. So I would like to take this opportunity to have a special recognition for the JCI Dhaka Cosmopolitan. They were able to create a video, an awareness video during the Global Week of SDGs, and which was able to take us through their work and their contribution to the SDGs, especially in highlighting one of their flagship projects, which seeks to prevent child marriages And on this note, I would like to announce our formal partnership with the JCI Dhaka Cosmopolitan, and through the signing of an MOU between Icare Sustainably International and JCI Dhaka Cosmopolitan, it was such a pleasure and an honor to work with them and collaborate with them. And also, can we have that muted, please?
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
already done.
So it is such a pleasure and an honor to work and collaborate with the team, and also to work towards the global achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Unfortunately, I think they were not able to join us. I don't know if we have any representative, but we have a formal partnership now. Thank you. Ryan will tell you where to access how to access the video.
Yes, I will send an email about it.
Yeah. So back to Ryan. Or
Thank you, Caroline. So now I'm passing over to Sweta to continue with the rest of the program.
Thanks, Amani. We are happy to get all the projects on board, and we are also happy that you all can access the ebook. And if at all you people have any doubt or any question regarding the programming, regarding the iCare or anything, you can feel free to get it on board.
Yeah, if there are any questions on the certificates or the continuation of the project, it's time to ask them now. Also, if you would like to have a blog article on the Icare website on your project, that's also possible. Then you can email me on the same email address we've used the whole project, and we can organize it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, it's not a question, just a comment. So basically, I mean, thanks to Icare, I mean, it's been a tremendous job, you know, this mini projects and others. And the word suggests that the small steps, because I have been working with a few international NGOs like, you know, the Giants, Save the Children and others. So I think 100 years back when they started, even I'm doubting that, you know, they would have this kind of growth. So it's actually a very significant growth that Icare is having with onboarding this fresh bloods, initiating mini projects. And I really like the way actually the mini project ceremony is happening, because actually part by part, you know, person by person, the names are announced. So virtually this is the best possible outcome that we can have. So again, congratulations to the team, and it's really nice to be part of the team. Just two suggestion that we can have. One is that, you know, this mini project and the SDG year celebration will be kind of a big trump card for Icare in future. So from next year, I think we can think that these participants, this team, these mentors are there. So we can continue with a platform where all of them can meet, let's say around the early second quarter of next year, April, to kind of brainstorm, so that from the like, you know, early stages of the second quarter, we can plan something that whether we should be kind of launching the Icare mini project version 2 in next year to kind of do that, or also we want to ward or deduct something, or we want to come up with a new idea to, you know, celebrate the SDG week. So I think early next year would be somewhere we should be meeting again. And the second suggestion is that, you know, since SDG week celebration and achievement is going to be a very big like, you know, topic in coming future as well, given that, you know, there is only 9 years are remaining to achieve all the goals, and of course some of the UN bodies are also thinking that whether it's possible by 2030 or they should be extending it to 2040 or so. So with this team, like the 70 82 participants, I think I heard from Amani. So with these 70 or 80 WOTS participants, and along with some of the partnership, I think early next year, let's say January or so, we can plan a webinar purely focused on SDG and its achievement. So that could be something, you know, more innovative, and that we can also, like the outcome of the webinar, we can also celebrate in the SDG week, that during the year we have actually discussed about the things. Yeah, over from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Shai. That was some interesting ideas, which I just jot them down. We'll probably execute these programs next year.
Is there anyone else who would like to say something or have a question?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Christine Zaharonik. I'm actually a classmate of Carolyn's, and she graciously invited me to come and listen to what was going on. I think you guys are all amazing, and I am in awe and inspired by the work that you guys are doing. Thank you.
You're welcome, Christine. It's nice to see you.
If there are no other remarks, maybe I can give the floor to Sveta for some last words, and then we can all enjoy our rest of our Sunday, depending on time zone.
And to get my vote of thanks on board, I feel so great for all the dignitaries on board, and on behalf of Icare and GFSRD, I extend my heartfelt thanks for everyone presenting here and for everyone taking participation in the mini project and mentoring and organizing and everyone, because this is not just a single man show with a, I mean, it takes a lot to get this award ceremony done. So yeah, despite of all your busy schedules and all your works, thanks for attending this ceremony, and thanks for being part of the mini project and this SDG week. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, and yeah, I hope to keep in touch with everyone, and thank you for attending, and bye-bye for now.